The following podcast contains strong language and ridiculous cartoon scenarios conjured up by two self-proclaimed comedy wizards. Between you and me, they're more like Saturday morning court jesters fueled by sugary cereal. But either way, the opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their well-intentioned hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Unless, of course, you want to pay them to say something else. Could always use a new pair of shoes.
Dun, 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 dun. Episode 54 for Review Party. I'm Brent.
I'm Matt.
Welcome to episode 54 of Review Party. Get comfortable. Are you feeling comfortable, Matt?
I'm very uncomfortable. They need to know that the name of the show is reviewparty.com.
Maybe I was too comfortable. I thought I was among friends, but who knows? Who knows when a newcomer may join the party?
Don't get cozy. Don't get complacent on me.
Right.
You know?
You're right. I gotta focus. Focus up.
Clench the Kegels and let's go.
Consider my keys clenched, dude. You know, I know a guy who used to do some serious Kegels. You might know who I'm talking about. Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt, as some might say. I got a review from Amazon for the Royal Baubles Teddy Roosevelt bobblehead.
Oh, awesome.
This review is from Keeney. He titles it Quality Bobblehead. Huge fan of the T-Rex. Definitely my favorite president. Channeling my inner Dwight Schrute, I wanted a bobblehead to accompany my desk. When it first arrived, I was surprised at how heavy the box was. I thought it was going to be a plastic bobblehead, and turns out it's made of ceramic. It's also pretty tall. About the size of a banana, for a scale. Very well made and sturdy. Don't think it will get knocked over easily. Turns out one of my bosses is a huge fan of the Trex, so I scored some points with her as well. Edit a picture of him next to my Funko Pop. 5 stars.
Oh, man. Keeney. I like the way you rock. I like the way you ride. Other than, the Office reference. I love The Office. Everybody loves The Office, so the references need to be everywhere. It's not as fashionable as you think it is anymore. Sorry. But if you're going to have a picture of the bobblehead, please submit a picture of the banana as well. I don't know what bananas you're using to scale this thing for.
It's I would say, judging by the Funko Pop picture, that's a pretty large banana he's scaling it next to.
It's a big banana?
A big banana.
Ooh, banana.
Maybe a regular sized banana if you straightened it out somehow.
Okay, sure. You get you steam it and it. Maybe that would make it curl more. I'm not sure. I'm not that kind of scientist.
As long as you don't use a hairdryer, it shouldn't curl up too much, right?
Yes.
You need that quality steamer.
But dang. These days, it's kind of fun to say you like Teddy Roosevelt. High school Matt was all about, the bull moose. He's running over logs and jumping. I'd never heard him referred to as the T-Rex, however.
I just picture this boss walking up to the table like, oh, Teddy Roosevelt, cool president. And just to be nice, like noticing a new thing on his desk and him being like, oh, fan of T-Rex? And just like pulling her unwillingly into a conversation about the T-Dog.
Because I can't imagine too many people are passionate about that Roosevelt. FDR, absolutely. You go into a lawyer's office, you're going to see a picture of Lincoln, a picture of FDR. A great American dignitary.
Well, Teddy Roosevelt fucking punched bears and stuff, right? That's kind of why he's cool.
He took a bullet during a speech and was like, nah, I'm going to keep going.
I want to... I'm sure everyone in the audience stopped paying attention to that speech he was giving. They were just like, what the... Did you see... Did he get shot? Everyone's like murmuring to... Did he get... He's got shot with a gun. Why isn't he stopping? Mr. Roosevelt, please stop. Please go to the hospital.
Tend to your wounds.
Ignoring them completely. Jammering on about whatever.
Yeah, with those prominent teeth.
Those big teeth, the big moustache.
He is the bull moose.
The bull moustache. Fighting bears, giving speeches, being a bobblehead. I wonder if Teddy Roosevelt saw a bobblehead on himself, he'd probably spit on it, throw it in the trash.
Yeah, there's a much better representation of him somewhere else, if I'm not mistaken.
When Robin Williams played him?
No. Ugh. It's slightly heavier than plastic and ceramic.
When he was in Ninth Museum.
I guess, yeah, Robin Williams is heavier than a bobblehead. I'm talking about Mount Rushmore.
No, wouldn't be interested in that.
He wouldn't? You think he'd be like, oh.
He'd be like,
taking pot shots at that?
Yeah. This is what you want to show me?
Maybe. Who am I to say?
You are... I don't know, I thought you were a Teddy Roosevelt fan, but you didn't know about his most prominent, excellent nickname, the T-Rex.
The T-Rex. Yeah, that one, I don't know. Ain't got it.
You don't like it?
I just didn't know.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in you.
I'm a fraud.
You're my go-to guy for the T-Rex, dude. And you didn't even... If I was like, hey, can you hit me with some T-Rex packs? You wouldn't even known, dude. You'd have embarrassed both of us in front of all of our friends.
Okay, well, T-Rexes, they have some cartilage in front of them, like around their rib cage, and scientists aren't sure. And you would have said, no.
Well, actually, I would have been pretty stoked. I do love Tyrannosaurus Rexes. Probably more than I love Theodore Roosevelt.
Put both of them together, win-win.
What was this famous saying? Speak softly and carry a big stick?
Yes.
T-Rex's big saying is kind of walk loudly and carry little arms. Kind of the same meaning they're going for there.
Yeah, they're different sides of the same coin.
Different. Yeah, exactly.
He hasn't been on a coin, I bet. That's a shame.
What a shame.
I'm sure they have a presidential quarter. Anyway, I've got a review. Since we're talking about our boy T-Rex, who is such an American outdoorsman, I have a Google Maps review for the Abruzewski Trailhead Nature Preserve. Thank you, Google, for loading. This is in Pocatello, Idaho. For everyone who needs to know that.
I need to know.
I have a Google review from Erica, quotes, "Hey Sunshine," end quotes, G. Erica, Hey Sunshine G, writes, "A hidden gem." Dang it, that's not what she writes. I'm so amped up. Erica writes, "A hidden secret. A hidden gem, perhaps. I've not heard anyone speak of this place before. I was surprised when I arrived with a group of friends. Wow. Just wow. If you are in need of a quiet spot to meditate, or be one with nature, or seeking a little solace, please come see this place if you haven't. However, asterisk, open quotes, addressed to those who believe in good and bad spirits, asterisk.
So everyone who doesn't believe in bad spirits, out of the room.
Don't listen. This is only for people who believe in good and bad spirits.
Exactly.
This place needs some healing, a blessing, good positive energy, lots of love to remove and heal the sadness and heavy dark cloud that looms here. So, if you're an intuitive empath, lightwalker/worker, medium, shaman, Reiki masters, spiritual healers, or part of any faith, I invite you to come help bless this place. It's long overdue. West side of Pocatello, northwest of Sacagawea Park. 5 stars.
No. Well, she sort of checked all the boxes at the end there. Shamans, healers, priests, rabbis. We got sheiks, any sort of magician,
those guys who drive the little magic carpet buggies in your Memorial Day parade. The Shriners.
Oh yeah, Shiners. People a part of nurses, doctors, EMTs, psychics, mediums, librarians. Come one, come all to cleanse this of its evil spirits.
It needs it. She also has like 10 pictures of the place, which I feel like is kind of a lot for your average Google reviewer.
You think she was trying to like capture some spirits on cam?
Yeah, lock them down. This is where they are. This is why it needs our help.
Check out this sort of formation of plants here. Definitely sign of an evil spirit.
There's a demon here.
Let me drop that demon. Let me drop a pin on Google Maps for this demon in this demony area.
Demon here, 1 star.
But really, for having so many evil spirits and such a bad energy, she was cool with it.
Yeah.
You get 5 stars. Cool as a cucumber with it. She thought it was great.
She's just looking for a place to practice a little light magic.
Oh, this is what she was looking for. She wanted to blast some ghosts to banish some evil spirits.
I've got this good light just burning to get out of me, and I need a receptacle.
I'm full of
light.
Light
goes to the darkness, and I need to find some darkness. Stat.
I absorbed a bunch of light this morning. I ate a bunch of magic mushrooms. I just kind of want to go someplace and vaporize some evil spirits, all right? I'm feeling a little wild.
Yeah, apparently.
Danny Phantom, you should get him on the case. The Ghostbusters. Any exterminators that specialize in cockroaches, serious problem.
If anyone has a sylph scope, be sure to bring it with.
Hey.
Need that thing.
Ooh, I like that reference.
I thought you would.
Yeah, I can. It's probably just Marowak's dead mom sort of mucking up the place. You need a Pokemon trainer on the case who's far enough in the game that they have the key items to take care of it.
Okay. I'll walk back and forth for a while. I'll grind out and see what I can kill.
Yeah, you just gotta. You go up in the I forget the name of the tower, but I do know it is
Lavender Town.
The tower there. If you got a ground Pokemon, you walk back and forth in there because all the ghost types are also poison type. So, and there's no levitate yet if you're playing red and blue, so you can really rack up some serious EXP. There's a little pro tip for all my gamers out there going back to play some Pokemon red blue.
You heard it here, folks.
These are the hottest tips you can get in gaming. And I'm trying to make the world a better place. The more Pokemon trainers know how to handle Haunters and Gengars, the more these national parks can be cleansed of their evil energies.
Mm-hmm. Clean them out.
Clean them up, would you? I got a review, if you would believe it, from Google reviews.
Yes.
It is for Lindsay's Barbecue and Grill. It was submitted by none other than Marcy Pearson, who was introduced to the review party canon, if you will, at last episode.
Mm-hmm.
If you recall, Elijah, frequent contributor to the review party Reviewniverse, I had a voice message from her. Elijah submitted a review for a movie theater that they found when they were together. Elijah took claim to it, sent it to me. She later sent me a message saying that she should also be getting credit. So go back and listen. It's one of the first reviews in it. Elijah actually sent back clarity. He sent back his side of the story on that debacle last week, and I'd like to share it before we get into this review. So here we go.
And the thing with Marcy, I mean, it happened exactly how I think you think it would happen. Marcy was over at my house, and Marcy liked reviewparty.com. So I was like, for something for us to do, I was like, hey, we should check out some funny reviews for whatever. And then after I was was looking at the Marcus Cinema thing. I was like, we were already looking up that thing, and so I was like, oh, let's look at some reviews for a review party. Well, I came across that one, and we laughed, and I had already sent it to you. Then Marcy and I are yada yada doing our thing, and she's like, oh, that review was so funny, we should send it to Brent. And so then she thinks she deserves any credit on it. She's wrong.
Oh, man. I don't want to take sides on this. Battle lines are being drawn, but I don't want to take sides on this.
Correct. Yeah, I just want to, we're just trying to get both sides of the story going here. I'm not picking sides either, but they both deserve a chance to explain themselves. So without further ado, here's that review from Marcy for Lindsay's Barbecue and Grill from Jordan, Minnesota. This review is by James Moeller, a local guide. He writes, dry ribs, dry burgers, dry. Dry's the bone attached to it. It wasn't the worst barbecue I've had, but it was deeply uninspired. Oh. I would wager the meat was reheated with a microwave before hitting the table, as the level of elasticity and dryness could only be achieved by completely mistreating the meat product. Server was nice. Waffle fries were good. Won't be back. 2 stars.
You gotta respect your meat product.
That's what I'm saying. I strive to respect my meat product every day of my life.
It's the only product you got.
It's really, my meat is really the only thing I got going for me.
When it comes down, the world's gonna end. Everything, you're at heaven's gate.
Who's gonna be there by your side?
Your meat product.
Your meat product, and that's it. And these people it's too elastic. Okay, what are you, freaking Mr. Fantastic Rubber Band Man?
Elastic and dry. That's a bad combination. That's like an old whoopee cushion.
Yeah,
that's a rubber band.
To bring it back down to reality here, nothing gets me like a dry burger. Just the meat crumbles apart when you bite it.
Yeah.
It's all, oof.
Dry burger, dry ribs.
Well, dry ribs, yeah. What a showing of amateurishness if your ribs are dry.
Make a fool of yourself.
Make a damn fool of yourself. I was going to say the waffle fries were good.
That's what I was going to say. Waffle fries and nice service. That's a star for each.
That'll bring me back. That would get me 3 stars. If the server was nice, I don't think I could ever give less than 3 stars.
Give me a bowl of waffle fries with some barbecue sauce.
Sure, I'll make do. I'll be all right. Doesn't matter how stretchy that meat is. Ugh. I can get good on some waffleage.
Seems like we're going down restaurant row here, but I got something completely different. In fact, it's not even a review per se. It is an answer on Quora.com. I kind of frequent half-price books because, one, they have books, but also they've got video games for sale, which I always enjoy. But something that Half Price Books does is they also buy your old books. So you've got the junk just sitting there. You've got your college books. You've got your kids' books. You've got books that you want to get rid of because somebody died and they left you a box of books. You can bring them to Half Price Books. The question is, how much are you going to get for that? So someone posed that exact question on Quora. And Nicole Polyanite answered.
Sounds badass.
Yes. Nicole answered this question just incredibly well. Almost so much that it's a review of her time working at Half Price Books. So, there's not going to be a star rating, but I feel like we're going to get a sense of what Nicole thinks at the end of this. Nicole writes, "So I'm a nurse now, but I worked at Half Price Books for 10 grueling years. Each store has maybe 10 to 15 or so employees total, usually 4 to a shift. When lots like this would come in, as a supervisor, and after 5 years of this job, I would cry. When a seller with these quantities leave, another with just as much, if not more, arrives, and on every day, while of the 4 people on shift, 1 is on register, 1 is trying to price the mountains of books as quickly as possible because they never stop coming in, 1 is running giant garbage can after giant garbage can out to a dumpster, and 1 is processing all the, quote, buys. Everyone is angry at the offers no matter how hard you work. No one wants to wait, and no one understands that not even 30% of your books will hit the shelf. Most will be donated and recycled. And that poor employee running back and forth, filling trash cans, running them to the dumpster, filling trash cans, running them back to the dumpster over and over and over, just to have someone laugh in their face as they stand there covered in dirt and bugs from the basement encyclopedias / Reader's Digest / Danielle Steele books they just sorted. But this is a popular author. Darn right it is. So popular, that's the 15th copy of that sold to the store today. Lord, I'll take 30 critical COVID patients with respiratory failure, 10 IVs, 15 insulin-dependent diabetics, and 3 call-offs over ever having to work at a place like that again. What I made every 2 weeks as a supervisor with 10 years of full raises and back-breaking labor, I now make in one 12-hour shift. So, to break it down, that's 80 hours inhaling mold and spiderwebs equal to 12 hours as a nurse. No one in those stores get paid enough to deal with that never-ending nightmare. Sometimes, I have horrible nightmares that I'm back there, drowning in books, customers berating me for not meeting the insane offer they had in mind, and all I can say is, "But I'm a nurse now. I'm not supposed to be here. What happened?" In short, if you want to complain as a group of overworked and underpaid adults work themselves to death processing what sat in your basement, forgotten to time, devoid of all value, it's probably best you make an eBay account. Also, wear a mask in store because no one gets paid enough to constantly remind you to be an adult. I can't even imagine how often this situation unfolds on a daily basis. Anywho, God bless.
There's lots to unpack there, but what I'm interested in.
Someone commented, "I wish they would just point a gun at me and steal all of my books."
I want to know about the garbage guy. What's going on with garbage guy? What's in his psyche? So he's just throwing out old books that they had to buy that have no value, right? That's he's
gotta
filling
feel.
up?
Yeah, and they must just get shredded and pulped and something like that.
That is some like 1960s sci-fi purgatory short story shit. This guy is doomed to forever garbage information. Sweet. It's no ritualistic book burning. But what? How many trips you making in an 8-hour shift?
Boxcar Kid book after Boxcar Kid book after Boxcar Kid book. I loved these as a kid. They're garbage, Sandy.
They're now. Yeah, how many of your favorite childhood books do you have to throw out before you feel some type of way about it?
That's got to be taxing. I didn't even think, like, if you have a personal attachment to something you're throwing away. Oh, yeah, that is a purgatory.
And how many, like, are you counting trips? What is your day like? When do you know when your break is? How can you even have a break? How heavy are these garbages?
It's books. That's got to be heavy.
Books is heavy. You can fit a lot of books in a big retail garbage bag.
Just imagine you're on your break reading a book. Okay, break's over. You put your book down. You go to grab the bin, and there's the book you were just reading. Somebody's like, "Here, take this garbage."
And
what am I doing?
You probably get quite the collection. Pinching them for your own benefit.
Yeah, you could pinch somebody's old dirty basement book.
Yeah, nothing like a dirty basement book.
Musty odors and dusty spines.
Yeah, you probably just don't even want to smell a dirty old book ever again. 10 years of garbage bringing.
Yeah, you lose that sensation of, I love a good book smell. Nope. Gag-inducing books.
Yeah, new books. They carry a new book in their back pocket just to get a whiff every now and then for some relief. Oh, I need enough old book smell. I need new book smell.
Yeah, Give me your Amazon Fire, quick. I just need to... I'm sick of all these solid books.
Yeah, they become a Kindle supremacist.
Kindle Fire, whatever they are.
Like Kindle, no, I think the Amazon Fire, Kindle Exploder, I don't know. Either way, virtual books is where it's at, according to Garbage Book Man. I bet he's got some big traps, though. He's fit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, his traps, his delts. Or hers. Kegels, for sure.
Kegels on point. But I think we should get to break and go smell some books.
Have you ever been sitting in your favorite diner in that special sticky booth and wondered, how did my waitress end up serving me pancakes? You hear, "Orders up," and you see a chef appear at the handoff that looks like he could be cast in The Sopranos. What's his story? Or maybe you're in the industry yourself, and you've just come off of a horrible 2-for-1 Tuesday shift serving a bunch of woo girls on a girls' night, and you need a good laugh. Hi, I'm Cassie, your Hospo Bimbo host, and this is the ultimate comedy hospitality podcast. On this podcast, I get together with like-minded people who've been in the industry for years, and we share stories on how we started, reminisce about shocking customers, and just what kept us around. Of course, we're going to complain about a couple of patrons. You know the ones I'm talking about. Hospo Bimbo, this is Cassie.
Good evening, darling. I need to make a reservation for 18 people tonight at 10.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We actually don't take reservations. I can go... Yeah, I'm so sorry about that.
Well, you've just earned yourself a 1-star review.
Don't get me wrong. It's such a joy to work in Hospo. But let us blow off some steam. Talk about some good times. Whether you've never worked in a restaurant before, or whether you've been in and out of the game like a sexy but toxic relationship, this is the podcast for you. Coming to you straight from the till, behind the bar, and in the kitchen. It's your Hospo Bimbo, baby. You can listen to Hospo Bimbo on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcasts. Pour yourself a drink, relax, forget about that 6 a.m. shift tomorrow, and enjoy the ride.
Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. Reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt.
Ooh, welcome to the second half of the episode, ladies and gentlemen. If you were somebody who tried to skip through our, silly little buy a shirt, you probably were surprised there for a second. You're like, what is this?
Amazing quality audio.
What is this female voice doing on this show? Obviously, you found out it was the Hospo Bimbo of the Hospo Bimbo podcast. Cassie. Hello.
The titular Hospo Bimbo.
The titular Hospo Bimbo. She runs a tight ship over there. And if you're a fan of accents, she's in New Zealand. So she's having people with great accents all day long. Anyway, to kind of ride the wave that she just created in that break, I have a segment that it won't be a returning segment. This is a special segment. And maybe you saw the news earlier this year, but there's a restaurant, a Chinese food restaurant in Canada that went, quote, viral for its blunt and honest menu descriptions.
Do tell.
it's, we're in the review business. We look at what people think of the food after they get it. This is the owner of the restaurant just, having his way with the words before you even order it. He's gonna lay down what he thinks, which I think is really cool. And obviously a bunch of people did. Business was great. It was in all the media sources. But maybe you didn't actually, go out and find these things for yourselves, folks. So here they are. Obviously, like any Chinese restaurant, it is a sprawling, massive menu. So I'm just going to scroll around and find some things that I think are good. We cannot scroll past the top of the menu, though, because the famous General Tso's chicken it's a classic. It's a favorite. So here's what the owner has to say. And at the top of the descriptions, it always says owner's words, which I love. The owner writes, "More than once, more than twice, our customers told me Aunt Di," that's the name of the restaurant, "has the best General Tso's chicken in Montreal. Hands halfway down or 3/4 way down, maybe. I am no expert on North American Chinese food, but I like our General Tso's a lot more than I would have thought. We use high-quality chicken breast and our own special sauce. I am really proud we have this great dish, even though deep down I hope all the items on our menu are authentic Chinese."
He's calling himself out. He's like,
He's
"Listen,
calling
this stuff's
himself out.
great, but maybe try some other of the authentic Chinese selection we have at our wonderful restaurant, please."
I just like that he's not willing to commit. He's not willing to go hands down. It's hands halfway down, maybe 3/4.
My hand's floating above the desk a little bit.
I'm not gonna make a big stand on this, but I'll raise my voice up. And I may as well do the orange beef, which falls on the heels of the General Tso's. Owner's words. "Comparing to our General Tso chicken, this one is not that good. Anyway, I am not a big fan of North American Chinese food, and it's your call." That one's just short and sweet. Short and sweet.
He's big on the General Tso's. He's like, "This I can get into. Orange beef, I don't know what the hubbub is about."
Take it or leave it. I have the house salad. Owner's words. "The Chinese name of this dish is called, quote, tiger's vegetable. I don't know why it's called that name. A lot of Chinese people know this dish, but I don't. Maybe I am not so Chinese." It's basically the mix of green pepper julienne and cucumber julienne. It's refreshing, good for the people who like eating healthy and green. For me, I still like twice cooked pork, full of flavor.
Hey, I myself am a twice cooked pork fiend. All right, that stuff's good. Yeah, not down with this either, huh? Well, he kinda. He feels
okay
about this the same way I feel about sweet potato casserole. I just like, I don't really. I guess I'm not American because I'm not into that.
It's not for everyone. My father doesn't like sweet potatoes.
My man. See, I knew me and Mr. Hellier. We had that deep down connection. That sweet potato hate
in a family. This one's good. The Sichuan pepper chicken salad. Owner's comment this time. "This appetizer is prepared by myself, and it's a secret recipe shared by my friend who is from Chengdu, Sichuan. I know this friend for almost 10 years, and only found out he is a Sichuan food master recently. After seeing our first CDN destroyed by a fire, he came to me to offer his secret recipes, which he had so much confidence to make our restaurant very popular among Chinese customers. He showed me how to make this plate step by step. From now on, I call him Shifu, like Kung Fu Panda." This one is a cold plate, which gives you numbness from the Sichuan peppercorn. A lot of chili oil, too. A bonus is, it does not have bones. I recommend everyone to try this.
It's a little bonus I threw in. That was a little bonus, a little gift from me to you. No bones. No bones about it.
I think I actually had this in China. I definitely had... you're in a restaurant, your professor orders for you, and food just arrives on the table. You don't know what it is or what's in it. And,
but you didn't know it was a little piquant, a little picante.
You can tell it's meat. Okay. Are there going to be bones in it? Because some stuff has bones in it. Like, oh, this is cold chicken. And yeah, that Szechuan peppercorn is like numbing to your tongue, which some people like, but when you're trying to eat, it's really strange.
Actually, in Japan, there's a restaurant that serves cold chicken wings. And at first, I'm like, what would I want? Like, I don't want to eat old wings out of the refrigerator. Like, I only do that in my dark times. I'm paying good money for this food at a restaurant, and then you dig in and you can't get enough. You know what I mean? It be hitting. I don't know what they do to it to make it like that, but it's good.
I think I'll have a sample, a few more. This next one, this dish, the tofu skin salad. Doesn't that sound great?
Sounds a little different, but hey, I'll try anything once.
Yeah. Kinjang is translated thousands of layers. It's a big sheet of tofu, and it's magical that the Chinese people can make so many different food using soybeans. We cut Xinjiang sheets into thin julienne. This plate is very tasty and healthy, and it's widely accepted. Totally recommend this one. I'm not exactly sure what he means that it's accepted.
He's like, hey. You know, I know there's a lot of tofu supremacists outside here in North America. But for me, for my money, you stack some tofu up, I'm nothing but impressed. Give this dish a try, my dude.
I think I'll end with mouth-watering chicken. Owner's comments. Again, this dish is very well known, and we are not 100% satisfied with the flavor now, and it will get better really soon. P.S. I am surprised that some customers still order this plate. In my opinion, the Szechuan pepper chicken salad is better than this one.
Man, this guy's got a lot of opinions about his own menu, and I love it. I love it. I love that he's got stuff on the menu. You know, it's for the people. The menu's not for him.
No.
He can make twice cooked pork anytime. I'm sure he does for himself all the time.
Okay, I lied.
You gotta have some other stuff.
One more, short and sweet, hot and sour soup. Everyone loves it. Owner's words, spicy and tasty, no meat. Drink slowly to avoid hiccups.
Some good advice. He's got our backs.
I never had that issue, but yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad he knows it's a possibility if you drink your soup too fast.
If that hot and sour is good, you know, I'm sucking it down. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I might be Hiccup City. But now, I'll watch myself a little bit.
Yeah, he's put you on watch.
Especially when you eat something really spicy and you're like, hey, I just got to finish this. I just got to get this over with. Uh-huh. Might be that. And then you're hiccuping up a storm. Your diaphragm itself is expanding. You're in pain. You should have listened to my man.
Yeah, so if you're ever in Montreal, you can visit Cuisine and Die.
I would love to visit just for that wonderful place.
Yes.
Poutine for breakfast, and Die for lunch and dinner.
I'm there. Do you have a review to sweep us off?
Sure do, my brother. This is a customer review for 9 Hours Rainstorm for Sleep Black Screen. It is a special interest documentary that is on Prime.
Okay.
It, of course, is 9 hours of a black screen with rainstorm sounds behind it. Tamara Rice has a review. She titles it Best for Rain for Sleep. This is the best rain sleep aid I've found. It truly sounds like rain and not blurred noise like some other rain videos. Plus, the black screen is a must. My 3-year-old and myself sleep to this every night. I agree with the last review. Why is this video no longer available? Please bring it back. We're not sleeping. 5 stars.
Oh my goodness. Get a noise machine. You're not sleeping?
They're not. They haven't slept a wink. Since this video went off air.
Like it's your security blanket, like Mr. Bean and Teddy. You need to have it.
You need it. Listen, the black screen is a must. You can't find a screen that's black anywhere else.
You can't, turn your turn your monitor off when it's playing on the computer. No,
You couldn't do it.
Possible.
You couldn't set up a Bluetooth speaker, any of that. You need this superb, this profound, refined dark screen for your thunderstorm noises.
There's a great dark screen that I know of. I take it everywhere I go. I have 2 of them, actually. They automatically retract when I don't need to sleep.
And sometimes they're you get a little black screen just intermittently, very rapidly every now and then.
From time to time, just to remind myself that it's there.
Just
in case
automatic.
I need to sleep.
It's like, hey, you are allowed to see darkness if you need to. Just a little reminder. Anthony Hopkins, one of his tricks for playing Hannibal was he would never show himself his built-in black screen, and so his eyes were always open. So it made the audience feel uncomfortable because most people need to show themselves a little black screen every now and then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that famous Broadway production Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark. I think the entire plot was about each person's black screen, their personal black screens.
Their personal black screen, because
malfunctioning.
You would just shut your eyes to avoid watching that horrible piece of crap.
Yes. And the inevitable injuries to the people flying around on wire.
You don't want to see that. That's like when someone in a football game gets a really bad injury and then they replay it 10,000 times on ESPN for the next 3 weeks.
Look at that ankle.
You're like, this, if your discretion advised, you hear that like 20 times when you're a regular sports. And then, of course, you look away and then you look back right at the wrong time. You see someone's calf. If you just showed more black screen restraint, or if I showed more black screen restraint, that wouldn't happen.
Black screen, engage.
You
That's all you gotta do. Buy yourself a fan.
Hey, you and me both. Something we share very dearly is the love of the turning on the fan at night.
I would say don't sleep on the fan, but that's the point. You turn it on.
Yeah, I remember going into your dorm room freshman year, seeing you had a little personal fan clipped up on the top on your bunk bed right by your face. I was like, this man has no ifs, ands, or buts. He's not gonna hide that this man needs a fan directly on him for a cozy slumber, and I can respect that. I can relate to that.
Kind of like a shark, they need to sleep in the direction of the current and have sex the same way, just because they need the water to go through their gills, or they'll die. I'm the same way.
Lately, my sleep fan technique, I like to put the desk fan, put it on a chair right at the bottom middle of the bed. Ooh. So if you want some real good breeze, you kind of pull up the blanket, go spread eagle for a second, and just have your entire life refreshed.
Yes.
And of course, the white noise is why we suggest in the first place. Irreplaceable to my sleep activity.
Can't beat it.
So yeah, ReviewParty.com listeners out there, if you don't sleep with a fan, get on that game, dude. It's the best. White noise. All you need is the white noise, the gentle breeze, and your built-in human black screen that you got. Boom. Set up for a good night's sleep. You got a quickie for us?
I do have a quickie. I have a review that was submitted by not only more than friend of the show, none other than Nosebleed's own Paul St. Aubin.
Paul
sent us a review.
What up, bud?
And I snatched it quickly before you could see it.
You son of a bitch.
Paul sent us a review from pringles.com. Which is appropriate because we were just talking to the Zesty Life Hacks boys about Pringles problems.
Yeah, I'm all about Pringles content these days. You're really hitting it.
This is for Pringles rotisserie chicken flavor. And
Paul, you got curious, huh, bud? I don't blame you.
Yeah, I'd be looking at the reviews too. That sounds good. Pringles.com ? User Bob the Builder titles his review, okay. and writes, "This was very chickeny, and I kind of liked it, but also didn't at the same time. ... Crazy, right?" 2 stars.
You know, for being the vaguest, stupidest, poorly written review probably featured today, I know exactly what he means. I kind of hate it. I kind of hate this, but I kind of love this.
Yeah, you hate that you're nodding your head. You're like, what am I doing? Yes.
Like this tastes like this is a potato chip. It tastes like chicken, and I hate this, but I am putting it in my mouth. I am chewing, and I cannot stop.
What am I doing to myself?
Oh, and then you're licking your chicken fingers. You're just disgusted with your own self. That's why he's like crazy, right? He's actually going insane.
Yeah, because he can't stop. He's popped.
He's
just
once you pop, the fun don't stop. I just picture a camera going through a dark lit hallway. And there's a door at the end cracked with just like dim blue light coming through, and the camera slowly creeping forward, and you hear crunching and munching. It's growing louder and louder, and the hiss of TV static, and the door slowly opens to reveal a golem-like creature shoveling chicken potato chips into his mouth with stacks and stacks, castle towers of Pringles cans around him as he shovels more and more chicken chips into his mouth to the hissing static of the television.
And you turn to run back down the hallway, but suddenly it's not a hallway, it's a Pringles can tipped on its side. Tube. And you're running.
You're running up, but the hallway's slowly tilting up, and you can't make it to the end. And what's that?
Slippery.
What's that? You turn around. You see him, mouth open wide. And you've become the last Pringles chicken chip in the tube. And he has elected to dump it into his mouth. And that's the sort of nightmares we love to conjure up here on a Review Party. Thanks for listening.
Yes, thank you.
I hope you enjoy some exotic Pringles flavors while you enjoy this episode. I'd like to let you know we got new episodes every Tuesday. If you'd like to send in an absurd review for us to muse over, send an email with a hyperlink to the review, just like our boy Paul did, just like our girl Marcy did, to reviewparty.com@gmail.com, and include your name so we can throw you some credit. Before you tell us about our social media, I forgot to tell you to tell us about Hospo Bimbo.
Oh,
where can you find that young lady?
The Hospo Bimbo podcast is available wherever you can order your podcasts for instant delivery to your devices and ears. I mean, she's got it in spades. The aesthetic, the quality. If you love Twin Peaks like I love Twin Peaks, and you love being transported to another dimension.
I believe Twin Peaks is on Netflix now, is it not?
I
think they just got it.
I watched it somewhere. You can find Hospo Bimbo at Hospo Bimbo and at hospobimbo.com.
She's got a nice looking website. You see a lot of these podcasts out there. Website's not so nice. Us, Hospo Bimbo, nice websites.
The finest.
Speaking of our website, you can find it at reviewparty.com.
That's right. You can also find us elsewhere at reviewparty.com on Instagram and TikTok.
Titter.
And at Review Party Pod on Twitter, where you just interact with us. We're a bunch of cool boys having a say, having a laugh.
Send us a review on there if that's more convenient to you. Hey, go crazy.
That's what Paul did. Paul sent a screenshot to our Insta. You can do it too.
I totally check the Insta all the time. I'm so mad you sniped that. Yeah.
Sorry. I had to do it. Had to get that little red circle out of it. Oh, nope. Only one of us can see.
Yeah, usually I go on there and I'm like, ooh, that message looks like some business. That message is going to require some thinking. I'll let Matt click on that. I'll leave that little red circle.
Appreciate it.
No problem. I mean, you got the Instasphere covered. You know, I don't need my mucky little hands in it unless it's to steal a review from a fan. Right. Then I definitely need to.
It's a possibility now.
Yeah. So, yeah, thanks again, Paul. And thanks again, Instagram, for, everything for getting bought out by Facebook. I'm sure you guys are doing great. Hey, something I always forget to suggest. If you wanna support the show, we've talked about the social media. We've talked about
buying shirts,
which please do. But another easy way, if you've got friends who like to laugh at stuff and like to put listenable material in their ears, content, you might say, why not recommend them reviewparty.com?
Mm-hmm.
Word of mouth is the best way to support us. And our boy Paul, who submitted that last review, you've heard him jamming on the drum skis in our theme song "Bread for Breakfast." You've heard it throughout the episode. You're about to hear it again. It's a fantastic little jam. And Nosebleeds, this band has, they are chock full. Their Spotify is chock full of jamming little jamaroos. All right, you can put that on some peanut butter on some toast. Boy, will you be musically satisfied for minutes, usually 2 to 4 minutes at a time. I would say. So, Nosebleeds on Spotify, one word. Oh, I got a review to a little finale here. Let's kick us a little pants kicker review here. This is a review for the Cold Steel Viking Battle Axe from Amazon.com. Sea Canary writes, Sea Canary titles their review, "They screwed up a sure thing." They write, "Not combat ready. 2 stars."